Communication creates confidence. Communication is the source of effective leadership in business. And in this video, I want to share with you 6 critical communication skills that you need to master if you are a business owner. The first communication skill that you need as a business owner is clarity. And when I say clarity, here's what I have noticed. Amazing leaders are those who carry clarity on the inside and therefore are able to provide clarity on the outside. In any situation, clarity becomes the anchor of navigating a conversation. And great leaders are those who are able to clearly define in every situation what needs to be done, why it needs to be done, who needs to do it, by when does it have to be done, and how it has to be done. Communication sits on this foundation of clarity. And if you want to be an effective business owner, be it in communicating with your customers or your suppliers or your team members, you need to be a sucker for clarity. You need to be someone who's asking when there is no clarity and is telling even when nobody is asking for clarity, so that everybody is absolutely clear. The second critical communication skill that you need to master as a business owner is the skill of asking questions. You would have heard the famous quote, "Questions are the answers." And leaders who master the skill of asking the right questions are able to create the right direction for their business. At the end of the day, when you are asking questions, you're pushing people to reflect. You're pushing people to exhaust their intelligence, and you are getting an understanding of where they are, how do they view things, what do they see as solutions, and then you are able to navigate their mindset in the right direction because you've been respectful enough to understand what they are thinking. Great leaders are great at crafting the right questions. They ask questions that help people think in the right direction, act in the right direction, and make decisions in the right direction. Which brings me to the third critical communication skill that you need to master as a business owner. Apart from providing clarity, apart from asking questions, it's important for every business owner to master the craft of listening. Listening is a very, very important communication skill. Now you may say, Rajiv, how is listening equal to communication? But here's the reality. Listening is the most purest form of communication, because when you are actively listening to a person, you're being in the present with that person. You are summarizing your understanding of what that person said so that that person can understand what you have understood, and you are aligning that person's thought processes by listening deeply to them. What you need to understand is this. Great leaders are great listeners, because when you listen, you allow the other person to express their true self. When you allow that other person to express their true self, you uphold them in self-esteem and respect. You raise their self-worth. And only when you raise people's self-worth can you build them as leaders. Listening is important because listening showcases empathy, listening showcases patience and presence, listening showcases alignment and understanding, and listening encourages the other person to express themselves fully. Which brings me to the fourth critical communication skill every business owner needs to develop. And the fourth critical communication skill that every business owner needs to develop is giving feedback. I always say this, feedback is a development tool. Feedback is not you removing your frustration on your team members by getting angry, aggressive, or abusive. The purpose of giving feedback to your team members is so that you can enhance their capabilities and create positive changes in their actions and efforts so that you can transform their results. Now, if you are not good at giving effective feedback, that lowers your effectiveness as a leader. Effective feedback is always balanced and specific. What do I mean by this? Great communicators understand that the objective of feedback is to create change, not to create conflicts. And therefore, they give respectful feedback which is balanced, where they tell their team members what they are doing well, what they are not doing well, and what they need to do differently. And when they are giving this feedback, they are making sure that the feedback is specific and actionable. They are telling their team members specifically what needs to change. They are telling their team members specifically what action do they need to take, or how do they need to communicate, or how do they need to do a particular task. And that's where they are effective in developing the skills and capabilities of their team members, and that's what makes them an effective leader. Giving feedback is the fourth critical communication skill you need to develop as a business owner. And apart from giving effective feedback, you also need to master the communication skill of selling. Now, if you can't sell, you can't build a business, my friend. And when I'm talking about selling, it's about making sure that you are telling people the benefits of your products or services, or the benefits of your perspectives or decisions. Either be it selling ideas to your team members or selling your product or service to your customers. Great salespeople are constantly focusing on the benefits of the customer or the team member. They are not focusing on the details of the features of their product or service or the details of their decisions. When you position benefits, you show people value in the value that you are providing to them. And that's when people gravitate to that product or service or agree and align to that decision that you are selling to them. Great leaders are great salespeople. Great leaders always sell the benefit to people. They don't sell just the features of their products or services or the details of their decisions. Which brings me to the sixth and final communication skill you need to practice and master as a business owner. And the sixth and final communication skill is negotiating. Most people, when they hear the word negotiation, they think they need to be good at convincing the other party to agree to what they are saying without giving in to what the other person wants. This is not effective negotiation, my friend, because if you are only able to convince the other person to do what you want them to do, but you are not willing to concede and provide what they want from you, then that other person will walk out with an unhappy and a bitter experience. And great negotiators never leave anybody unhappy. And that's why I say negotiation is a critical skill for a business owner, because the essence of true negotiation is to make sure that the end decision is a win-win. So with that, as we come to the end of this video, if you would like to continue your learning journey and sharpening your skills as a business owner, then I have a special invitation for you. I'd like you to invest 2.5 hours of your time with me in my business success workshop. I do this 2.5 hour workshop to help business owners analyze their existing business and understand what is the growth potential that they carry. This is where I teach you the details of how do you build a system-driven business so that everything is not dependent on you. And at the end of the business success workshop, I also share with you 3 critical changes that you need to make to build a growth business rather than be stuck in the trap of survival. Look, I truly believe successful people are people who are lifelong learners. They are people who are constantly seeking new experiences to move their capabilities to the new level, because only when their capability grows does their business grow. And if you would like to work on your capability, then click on the link below and register yourself for the upcoming 2.5 hour business success workshop. I look forward to seeing you there. I look forward to helping you grow your business in a manner where it is not dependent on you.